Look at what you're wearing. Look at how you're dressed. When you wear your clothes, do you wear it to look sexy or to look holy? That's the first way to know that you don't even look like him at all. Come with short things, tight things, everything showing. No respect and regard for your own body. How will you respect him? And it's not even about coming to the assembly. It's about an everyday walk. Okay? Maybe you dress well, so you feel you're very righteous. When you look at the money you get every week, every month, how much do you give to God and how much do you keep for yourself? You give God his 10%, maybe another 10% for offering, maybe another 10% if you're very generous. That's 30%. 70% goes on you, yourself, your family, your own dreams and visions. So when you look at your money, who is your God?
My soul.
Anyway. I believe that before I finish within the next 30 minutes or so, some of you will have to do, the Lord himself will move you to give again. Because the way God has taught me to minister, the pattern of Christ that I follow, when the people see God, they give. And God will move you. I don't want to even go into some hard things because some of this I'm already feeling is too hard for you to take. And it's just the elementary things of the spirits. There are some materials there, some DVDs. One of the things I asked God about spiritual maturity, how do we become matured? It's because we lack character, the character of Jesus. And the reason why the character is not there is because understanding is not there. Understanding is not full because revelation is not there. You can only become like Christ when you see Christ. The Bible says, God says that God, that they will become like their gods. The God you worship is what you will become like. And the portion of that God is the portion that you will get. So by his mercy and his grace, because many are born again, they will enter heaven.
Amen.
But they may not even see God. Because it's only for the pure in hearts. So how do we get to that place? We get to that place by crying out to God every day, deliver me from myself. The enemy outside is not your worst enemy. Your person next door is not your worst enemy. Your sister in the village is not your worst enemy. Your flesh is your worst enemy.
You're right.
Because even after God has helped to conquer sin and the principle of sin through the blood of Christ, you still have to apply the grace of God through the Spirit of God to be able to conquer self, because it is in self that you find iniquity. What is iniquity? Doing it your own way. What is your own way? Tailoring your ministry, your church, like someone else's church outside in the world, when that may not even be the pattern for your life. You hear a prophetic word that there's a call of God on your life. Immediately you wake up with zeal and you start running into areas to do ministry when God has not even sanctioned you to go. Zeal without knowledge. Running to make a great name for yourself. Won't you allow God to glorify Himself through you? That's why I minister a word. Where is the prophetess, woman of God? That word was so specific last night. Because Christ is looking for people who can minister unto Him. He's not looking for ministers for Him. He's looking for those who can minister to Him. Minister to Christ. Minister to Christ. Fall in love with Jesus. Let your emotions, your heart, everything be absorbed by Him. Because one thing, I was talking to a pastor, a prophet the other day, and she's a prophetess to a nation. And she said something about God giving her wealth. And she said, I don't know, this may sound foolish, but I think like I want God more. I said it's not foolish. Because God is the only one that I know of. He will give you something that will tempt you to take your attention from Him. He creates His own competition for your heart. So He tells you, I have a call of God, I have a call on your life. You will go to the nations. Immediately you start running after God to fulfill that call. And you forget about the God who told you He was even going to send you. But it's a setup, it's a trick. He tells you, I will make you great. I will make your name great. I will bless you. I will give you wealth. I will prosper you. Then all your mind, your attention, all your attacks go towards the enemy. God, do the will. That prophetic word must come to pass. Do it, Jesus. I lose my call. You spend 90%, 99% of your time looking for a fulfillment of the prophetic word, and you forget the God who is upon His throne. It's a setup. If you don't know the ways of God, the children of Israel knew his acts. They knew what He could do, His performances. That's why they're always looking for a miracle. Children of God, always looking for a miracle. But Moses knew His ways, how He did the miracle. God, give me a miracle. What He said has already said in His word. You and your children are for signs and for wonders. So instead of looking for a miracle, you should have His presence so much in you, you become the miracle for someone else. But then, when you're following the sign and the wonder, aren't you still a child? You're still a child. And nobody can trust you with kingdom authority. Because authority will only come to those who are spiritually matured. I believe that last night I spent time, the Lord had me awake all through the night till the morning. And I began to ponder many things and cry out to God. And I said, God, why? It's because God has not called New Glory to be a regular ministry.
Amen.
If your life is not ordinary, don't expect the hand of God to be light upon you. If you have an extraordinary life or an extraordinary ministry for God. The hand of God will be weightier and heavier on you than other people.
Amen.
So I applaud the woman of God for the 1 year, and I give God praise for the testimony. But that's just the beginning of hard times.
Amen.
Jesus. Lord, deliver us, Lord.
Let's see.
Because the Bible says, with much suffering shall we enter into the kingdom. It is through persecution that we glory. It is through